Of course, something pops up as I'm doing this. Welcome in, everyone. This is going to be the Do It Boys episode number 14. We have a special guest, but before we get to the special guest, I got to bring in my co-host for this episode.
Hello,
Nathan.
everybody. I get a co-host this week. Wait a minute.
So it's great to see you.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, but aren't we missing somebody?
Oh, you're right. Dang, who are we missing?
I don't know. His name starts like a W or something.
Oh yeah, he usually always goes around getting pizza or something like that. And the
Yeah.
frog.
Yeah. The frog. The frogs who we're missing. We're
Frog
missing
man.
the frog.
All right, let's see if we can find the frog man. Is there anyone out there, frog man?
Wait a minute. What the? You're not the frog man.
Howdy.
It's not the frog man, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Axe Man, Joe Foley.
How we doing?
Welcome in. This is gonna be a fun one. So I see you're in your lovely vehicle.
It's the only place I got AC. I'm poor.
I understand. Wouldn't be the first time that someone had to do a talk in a vehicle.
I'm pretty sure we did the first Do It Boys in an RV.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny enough,
That was definitely-
Hagerstown 22, I think.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
it was
Yep.
22, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. I want to do that again.
Yeah, that was fun. You never know. I know West Lev might have something happen there. You never know.
Oh, Lemon Land. I love that place. I drive like a moron there. I really shouldn't, but it's so close to home. It's just, I go
You have to.
all out every single time I'm there.
Oh yeah.
So how has your week been? Obviously, you're getting ready for another show, I would assume, this weekend.
Yeah, John and Jim, or John Kohler, Jim's youngest kid, he's getting back into it this weekend in Fowlerville for a throwdown. So we've been working at the shop, trying to get everything ready and squared away. I've been off the last 2 weeks, I want to say.
Oh
Maybe.
my, lucky man.
Yeah, it's weird. I hate it. I honestly hate it. Yeah, I've been off for a couple weeks, which is kind of cool. But no, I mean we've been slamming at the shop. Jim's gone through. He's been having some motor problems.
Oh,
And everybody knows I've been there. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But he's got another one in it. John's getting his first show of the year, so I'm excited for him. I'm gonna go down there and crew and make sure everything holds together and hope everything goes well, or it'll
that's
just
good.
fail miserably and spectacularly, but we'll see. It'll be great regardless.
So does he get to drive the chassis that you were in, or does he have his own one?
No, he's taking Corey's truck.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Just putting
Yeah.
out, changing the seats, I would assume, make it fit for him, or
Yeah, he's
Okay.
running. He's got Corey's seat in it. We just changed the foam pad on the bottom, so it's a little shorter. So he'll run that one for the next. I mean, he's got this show this weekend, and then Corey's back in it for Evansville, and then I think Johnny takes it for most of the summer after that.
Okay,
So
interesting.
hopefully, we'll see what happens. For all I know, he might bounce me out of the truck. I don't know. He's the boss's kid. He can do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Nathan, you have any questions to start us off?
Not really. It's just good to get to see Joe again since LA. It's funny you mentioning Hagerstown. That was one of the first times I met Joe. I think on a personal level, because it was funny because I'm going to reference a old cartoon here. If I had a nickel for every time I met a driver and they said they knew who I was, I'd have 2 nickels, which is weird because this happened twice. And I mean, Joe this week and then the other week last week was actually Frank Krimmel at Pittsburgh.
Frank Krimmel.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good to see. It's good for old Joe. It's
Joe
awesome.
might have gotten a phone call or something.
I
So
think
it might
he
be
might
a
have.
minute.
But yeah, so I say it's cool to have Joe in here with us. It's
Yes.
and that's cool then to have this little switch up of stuff. But we
Yep.
need to do this more often of like people we know and stuff in the industry and stuff, have them pop in and help with hosting and stuff. So that'll be good.
Yes.
But yeah.
This is a first week without Wayne that we're going to try to do. Probably should have done it last week, but it was just gonna be me and Wayne, and we were like, no. Welcome back, Joe.
Hi, I don't really know what just happened, but I'm back.
Yep.
What I missed?
Oh, classic Joe Foley. He breaks the internet. If it's not him in a truck breaking the internet, it's just him personally breaking the internet. But yeah, no, I say, Joe, it's good to see you, buddy. I mean, I guess the only other thing, like you say, you guys are getting ready for a couple shows coming up. I guess one question I was kind of thinking about on the way home here was, I know you've got the old, I believe it's the Avenger 2 chassis is yours. Have you had the chance to get into a Corey Rummel chassis since you've been your tenure with Team Scream?
Not yet. I was supposed to do it last year in Edmonton. I was going to do one of the shows in Jim's truck, but he ended up cashing out a front end, and his housing was in pretty rough shape, so he couldn't get the front end out of it. So we ran it two-wheel drive. And he asked me, he's like, do you want to do it? I was like, no, I don't need to go out and embarrass myself in two-wheel drive with a truck I've never driven. I was like, you go out there and you do your thing. I'll do it at some point. So I'm hoping at some point I'll do it this year, I hope. Or if I don't, I mean, I'm pretty determined to not let my truck die ever. So
yeah.
if I can avoid that and, I just stick with it for as long as I can, I'm cool with that. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I mean, all the footage I've ever seen of you running the Avenger 2 chassis, you are not afraid to run that thing into the ground if you need to.
Ever. I've talked to Jim about it a few times. He's like, I'll do something, and he'll look at me. He's like, why are you so mean to everything? Why do you break everything? I was like, it's my job, isn't it? I'm not supposed to do this? He's like, yeah, I guess. I was like, it's good for next weekend, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool, then we're good.
Yeah. It's like I always hear from everybody. Jim says, you can tear it up as much as you want as long as you're there at the shop on Monday to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would think it comes with the name of Team Scream. You gotta go big or go home,
Oh. That's kind of where I figured it out at. I mean, I went from working with Jimmy Cretin, which was fun. I mean, I had a blast with him. And then I came here, and, you hear the rumors of like, oh, Jim Kohler's the most down-to-earth, super cool, da-da-da-da-da. But I'd never met him. I didn't know. I mean, I met a pit party when I was like 5. But other than that, it was like, I don't know anything about him. And everything that everybody said was 100% true. Coolest dude ever. Doesn't really care. I mean, obviously he cares, but like, I can go out and beat the crap out of that thing. And he's like, parts break. He's like, it is what it is. As long as you're there and you fix the stupid thing, go nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, you ain't gotta tell me twice. Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the pleasure of knowing Kohler and seeing him at plenty of shows throughout the years. Getting to know him on a somewhat personal level, and it's just, I can say, he's down to earth. He's just a guy who just go out, tear it up. If you can bring it back in 2 pieces, you just be there Monday to fix it. And he's just, like I say, down to earth guy. I love being around him at any show that we're at and whatnot. So, absolutely, which is a good time.
Yeah. For a guy that's 72 years old now, or whatever the joke was back then, that
dude's ancient. He is. Oh man.
Yeah, I remember Indianapolis years ago, and it was Jimmy Cretin's birthday or whatever, and I don't know if you were helping Jimmy Cretin then or not.
I was with Cretin. I was with his B team. I was over in Marine on the West Coast or something like that. But I saw pretty awesome.
of Jim saying what he said, the original happy birthday and all that. That was just funny. Making everyone laugh because it was a 2-day show. They had it, and it was late. Everyone had fixed it to go for the next day, and still tore it down. So it's good 2 shows. So Nathan, you got anything else?
Not really. I got a question kind of in my back pocket. I'm going to save more till kind of the end of the stream for Joe. But
so
anyway,
what shows you got, Nathan, coming up for you guys?
So for us there at the Hall Brothers shop, so we are currently getting stuff ready for going back to the 4-wheel jamboree. We are so looking forward to it. I wish Team Scream was there with us, man. I wish we had all 4 Team Scream trucks with us. That'd be awesome. But for us, we're getting ready for Bloomsburg. That is it's next weekend, I believe. Yeah, next weekend, Bloomsburg. I don't remember what we have in between that. I know it's Bloomsburg. There's a week. And then we have coming up July 27th is our local fair show that we put on. And I guess I don't know if it's really been announced. I guess I'll announce it here. So the lineup officially is going to be Raminator, Ramunition, Hot Sea, Overboard, and your 2024 World Racing Champion, Zach Garner Wildside.
Nice. That's
that
a good
is
lineup.
So that's going to be a very fun show. And it's always a good time. You know, a lot of last few years it's been hot out there, but it's always a fun time out there at our fair show, getting set the track, watch everybody come in, and just kind of be able to sit out there and BS with everybody before the show. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got that. And then this weekend, I am going down to Southern Illinois for a ride truck gig on probably going to leave Friday, get set up Friday night, ready for 8 a.m. start Saturday, and then 8 to 3 rides. Come back and get the rest of the weekend, so that'll be all right.
Joe, did you do any ride trucks?
Truly, I have never even been on a ride truck in my entire life. Never done it. I did. What did I do? I drove the rig for Jimmy with the ride truck on it, but I never drove the ride truck. I wanted to. I told him I would. I think I was too unpredictable.
Fair, very fair assumption from Jimmy.
I'm not gonna hold that against him. He's right.
I was going to ask the difference between the two. Obviously, the ride truck is a B, for my opinion, a B for regular truck compared to a monster truck, but it's got the bars and everything to keep everything safe. You know, all the good stuff on it. So
yeah, that's what Tig started. Tyler Runninga. He started out driving Adam's ride truck, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, maybe, and I'm just maybe.
Yeah.
Driven a ride truck, and I could be on his level of just ridiculousness. But
maybe.
I don't know. I'd like to. Maybe one day, but I just gotta try to keep up with him. I mean,
yeah, that's the hard part, right? He's like there. You have Adam, you have Ryan right underneath it.
Yeah.
So speaking of Adam, you lost to him in MetLife.
I did. Yeah, I did.
In the finals.
You know, honestly, I'm okay with it. That's the first time that I ever made it to the finals in a stadium ever. So cool. Getting taken out by Adam sucks, but
close race. It was very close.
Yeah, I mean, I was feeling good about racing all night long. I mean, I had Sparkle Smash first, which I'm not gonna knock Caleb, but I'm not gonna lose to a unicorn. I refuse to the unicorn.
For all you know, Joe, if you would have lost to the unicorn, they'd have put that body on your truck for 2025.
They would have.
Listen, we cannot go down that road right now. Give me a minute.
I can get Speller on the phone and arrange that.
Please don't. Let's just not do that at all.
The crew shirts for Sparkle Smash are not half bad. They're pretty good. They look pretty good.
I saw her suit, which was kind of cool. I'd never seen it before. I didn't see anybody at finals because I was up in the back the whole time. So I mean, I watched Corey's run, I watched Jim's run on the TV, and then as soon as they were done, they went to the back. I tied them down, shoved them in the trailer. I was good to go. But I didn't get to watch anybody really do anything. I saw every truck come up on a hook, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, literally.
Other than that, I didn't really get to watch any of the show. I didn't know who won freestyle until like almost the next day.
Yeah.
Which was unfortunate. But that's how every finals that I've done goes. Like I've never been able to actually sit and watch a world finals because I'm either in the back or if it's like in 19? What year did Jimmy win racing?
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, 19.
I wanted to go to the World Finals, but I had to stay at the shop and work on the other two trucks. So Jimmy left me there, which I'm still a little salty about, but that's okay. So, and I didn't know that he won racing until Monday or something like that.
I'm not sure if he showed up.
Yeah, I got home. I was like, "Where'd you get this from?" He's like, "Oh, I won racing." I'm like, "Oh, thanks for the notice. Appreciate it, dude." Like, I'll just sit here or whatever. I don't care.
being told 2021
Okay.
in the chat. So thank you, Mike
For
Trapper.
finals one or wait, what?
When Jimmy Creighton won a racing for World Finals, someone said 2021. Mike Trapper.
No,
I don't think
it
so.
was 2019 because it was World Finals 20 elevated start.
It was, yeah.
I started with Scream in the fall of 19.
Hmm.
So it had to have been before that, but I don't know. I can't keep track of shows anymore. I don't know where I was last weekend.
You've had too many flat landings with that old chassis.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll tell you though, that truck, and I'm honest to God, I'm not lying. Flat lands on that truck, it lands so nice. It really does. I mean, it bounces and it does all kinds of goofy stuff, but it's a pillow. It's great.
And that's what we love about that truck is it is just so wacky. Whenever it did some crazy stuff when Jim had it, but now that you have it, it's just you've just taken the level of crazy with it and just elevated it through the roof.
Trying to. That's the thing too. It's like obviously they're pushing, do the new truck, blah blah blah, and which I'm not. Okay, I'm lying if I say I'm not opposed to it. I'm dead set against it. But the only reason that I say that is because I like the way that the Avenger 2 chassis handles. It's goofy, it bouncy. It does. I mean, it's a good race truck if you know how to race. I sometimes do, depending on the day. But it's a killer freestyle truck. It always has been. So that's why I'm so, just determined to keep that thing. But I mean, even the new trucks. The new trucks are awesome. Chris has done a great job. Jim did a great job. I mean, look at his running. Whenever he unveiled the thing, 17 or something like that.
Yeah, I believe it was at World Finals 18 2017 when he unveiled that thing.
Yeah, and I didn't even know. Like, he told me that story a couple years ago, but I had no idea that he never even drove the thing up until he got there.
Oh wow!
Yeah. He never jumped it. All he did was started it and pulled it in the trailer, and then went to Vegas. Wow. Never raced it, never jumped it, never did anything, and just winged it.
I'm pretty sure he said he'll never do that again. Pretty sure he said he'll never do that again either.
No, I do. I want to see Jim. Obviously, I love it that he's in the World Finals. I want to see him get another. I mean, if he won racing, I'm pretty sure. I mean,
the internet would explode. The internet would literally implode.
Yeah. So there's that. But I mean, if I saw him get another championship in general, I mean, I want to see. I got nothing against the Feld guys, but I love seeing independents win. Seeing Zach win the finals was amazing. Seeing Too Tall do so good and won the not Young Guns. What is it? LCQ.
LCQ. Yep.
LCQ,
yeah. Seeing him win the LCQ. Seeing Dalton do as good of a job in freestyle as he did, and as good as he did in racing. I mean, I'm in the back cheering for those guys. Not that I'm not happy to see the Andersons and Weston and all them clowns do whatever they do.
Yeah.
It is nice to see the independent guys go out there and rock it out.
So speaking of that topic, I have to ask you, what did you realize, and if you ever realized, that all the Gravediggers were out in like the second round for racing in the World Finals?
It was weird because I sat up there and I didn't really know what the setup was going to be for who was staying down, who was coming up. So I see Jim come up. I'm like, okay. And he just kind of nosed in and parked. I was like, okay, so he's done, I guess. I was like, whatever. Corey came out. He parked. I was like, okay, he's done. And then it was like a digger came out. And I was like, well, that's weird. And then another one came out. I'm looking around like, are they losing? They're like, yeah. And then the two more came up. I was like, what is happening? Dude. I mean, it was kind of weird. It was super weird. But when did Ryan get knocked out, though? Because he went kind of early, too, didn't he?
Round two, I think.
He was the first round.
He was the last digger truck of round two to go out. He was the last of all the Gravedigger trucks to go out.
I think Zach beat him too, right?
I think Zach. Was it?
No, Zach was the.
Zach knocked one of them out. I'm pretty sure he knocked at least one Gravedigger out of the racing comp.
So let's see.
The only thing I even remember from that was I saw Zach beat Dalton, right?
I believe so. Yes, that was the semifinals. Semifinals.
And I saw Zach beat Tristan.
Yeah, it was because it was Dalton and Zach on one side, and it was Bari and Tristan on the other side. I think.
Yep. Yeah, Tristan had to beat Bryce Kenny first round. and then a Gravedigger. Don't ask me which one. It was Tyler. It was Tyler Menigan he had to beat because that was the top level. That was the top one. And then I don't know if he had. Well, so then Zach had to beat Ryan then to move on for the second round, I believe.
Was it Zach that beat? No, it wasn't Zach that beat Ryan. It was somebody else because it was somebody that I remember standing up there with all the crew guys and me, Cheech, Chucky the Third, and Matt Pag and Nick Pag all looked at each other and was like, "Did we just see what we?" I almost want to say it was Sullivan that beat him.
It was Too Tall that beat
Toodles.
Ryan.
Toodles beat him. Toodles beat him. We all looked at each other. It was like, "Are we seeing what I think we're seeing?"
And then it was Zach actually beat Adam. So that's
right. Yeah, he beat Adam.
That's what it was.
He beat Adam.
I'll get there one day. I don't know when, but I want to beat Adam one day.
Yeah. Well,
my fingers were crossed. For about
now that he doesn't have his precious 35 anymore, he might have a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a real touchy subject if I see him.
just ask him right before the show. Hey, how's it feel not having 35? And then that'll probably rattle him.
Throw him all the way off. Be like, all right, I figured it out. We're good.
But yeah, speaking of that, we were actually there at Lexington for the retirement of the 35. Kristen, Lexington, Kentucky, the last ride of old Gravedigger number 35, the last in-house Gravedigger ever built, in fact. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it progresses now with Adam going into. I'm wondering, are they going to throw him in a CRD or they said he's getting 42, but I'm wondering if they might change it up last minute, give somebody else 32, and then they might put him in like a different Gravedigger. He might be able to persuade him to, hey, let me do one more in-house Gravedigger chassis.
Do they have any left?
That's a good question. I don't know if they do. I think they're all CRDs now because all the last in-house ones are like all display ones. I'm pretty sure.
Because they were gonna. So I heard. I don't know, but I heard that they were trying to get rid of it last year, and he fought him tooth and nail about it. He's like, "I'm not getting out. Nope, no."
They've been trying to get him out of that truck like the last 2 years.
Yeah. Is Ryan's a full CRD or is his still kind of?
I think his is a third gen.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
It's either full third gen or it's slight in-house / third gen. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it's slight in-house because I think they use either one of those older ones to add to it or something like that. I don't remember exactly though.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can barely keep track of the trucks that we have.
You're right. Yeah, especially when Jim's talking about buying all the bottom feeder motorsports, Gordon's operation, Tom Fuller's operation, and half the operations out of Canada.
Oh, God. Yeah. When I made that post on Instagram a while ago with that ride truck, hey, I forget who bought it, but it was sitting at the shop for whatever reason. And I come down the driveway and I'm looking and I'm like, why is there a ride truck here? What is happening? So I go walking inside, and it's like 8 a.m. So it's early. I just woke up. So I go walking in and I'm like, hey, Jim. He's like, huh? I'm like, why is there a ride truck outside? He goes, well, I bought it. I'm like, why? I was like, why did you buy a ride truck? He's like, well, you break a lot of stuff, so I figured I'd put you in a ride truck. No, I was like, I don't want to do that.
Oh, yes.
No, I don't remember who bought it, but it sat there for a while, and then he made the post about buying, every other independent team under the sun. Which, I mean, if anybody's going to buy all these independent teams, I mean, what's Christensen got here? Eight trucks or so like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 or 9, I think. Actually,
he could start putting on his own shows at this point.
We're on that one.
Yeah, I wonder what he's got going for next year. Because I know, I'm assuming he's going to have 6 of them on Jams Tour again.
I would assume.
Like Tim's doing with the others.
I was going to say, I think Tim Jr. told me that they were potentially looking into changing his over to EFI, but I don't remember exactly what he said. But I do hope that they keep bringing back these old bodies and stuff, like old Jurassic bodies and stuff like that. Was cool to see at World Finals that they brought back the OG.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank God they didn't run it because
Yeah.
Dalton would have tore that thing apart.
Yeah.
And then Devin bringing the ride truck body out and then proceeding to rip the entire nose off of it. Love you, Devin, but that was a dick move. Love old Winfield, but that was a dick move to tear that body up.
I had a show with them in Colorado like 2-3 weeks ago, roughly. That was fun. I mean, that show's it's always been cool. Like J.R. McNeil puts it on, and he's had. I mean, when I first did that show, it was JR's 4, and then me and Jim.
Oh.
Or no, I was just crewing that year, so it was Chris and Jim, and I did the next year. And I think after he ended up selling everything, he kept running the show, which was cool. And then we did it last year, and I think JR was doing something, so he didn't put the show on, but some other guy did, which I cannot for the life of me remember his name. But we ran with Swansons and the Groffs, which was cool because I hadn't seen them in a long time. And that was fun. And then we came back this year, and it was all Throttle Monsters and me and Jim. So as soon as we show up, he's just smack talking all day long. It's like yelling between trailer to trailer. I mean, I asked Devin if he was going to screw up that nice, pretty-looking Velociraptor body.
Yeah.
I might have scared him a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, but all of them, they did a great job. I mean, not that I'm, the guy. I'm just, I've done the show.
You're Joe.
Berto went out there. He killed it. I was super excited to watch him run because I've never seen him or Devin run in person. I've seen all their stuff in the arenas, but I didn't, they had a big floor. They got to go, play around and do crazy stuff. They killed it. They did awesome. I mean, Dalton killed it, obviously, because he's Dalton. But, no, Joe Uri did a good job. Everybody. I mean, it was just a fun show. And there's no pressure at that one, too, because, I mean, it doesn't – yeah, we're all trying to win. But, I mean, at the end of it, we all got to run against each other, so it was fun.
Right.
Yeah. And getting just to, run with your old buddies and stuff is always a good time. They're in we did the Pittsburgh PA show there for Never Let Promotions. They're that new promotion tour. They do the Monsters and Megas. Monsters. Yeah, which John said Joe will be there in a few weeks. Yeah, it was cool because I had to catch up with my old buddy Alex Barden and stuff because me and him actually met on the old online gaming stuff. We did the old. I don't know if you guys ever do the Halo games, the guys that did all the Monster Jam stuff on the Halo games. I was a part of that old stuff. Wow. with Barton and I can't remember what his position is, but Evan Pasoko, one of the Feld's PMs or whatever, the show host stuff or showrunners. Me and Devin and all them guys, Elvis, and then we all used to run together on there, and it was cool at World Finals getting all meet up again. And then now it's I'm going to shows that's I'm seeing Devin run and I'm seeing Alex run. It's so cool just to run with old friends and stuff.
I do like seeing all them too. I mean, where did I meet Barton? I met Alex back in 19 because he was filling in for Tanner or Austin, maybe one of them two with Creedence guys. He did Nashville for Jam. He did a stadium show in Bounty Hunter or something like that. And I didn't know who he was, but super cool dude. I mean, we talk now.
Yeah.
Chat, every now and then, 90% of the time, it's just a picture of the steering wheel because we're both doing the same thing. Not that I text to drive. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that ever. That's not good. But I like all of them. I mean, Elvis, I got to run my first official tour working for a team. He was driving the Bull on the Arena West in 19, which was super cool. But yeah, I mean, I love all those guys. They're awesome.
So I know Nathan talked about where him and oh my gosh. My brain is not working right now.
The Hall Brothers.
Yeah, the Hall Brothers.
It's been a long
We're going to be at for next weekend. Well, Joe, where are you going to be next weekend?
Next week?
I know.
Oh, Evansville. Yeah. Sorry.
What can I? Yeah, tell us a little bit of of that event.
At this point, it's basically turning into a second World Finals because they bring out so many different guys. I think this year we got Creedence 5, are for 5 of Garner and a John Gordon, I think.
I think 4 of Garner.
4.
I think they're bringing all 4 of their trucks. I think they're
Yes.
bringing their 4.
Yeah, them, and then John Gordon's doing it too.
Yes.
Nice.
So I mean, the lineup. I mean, it went from 8 trucks to 10 to 12 to I don't know what number we're at now.
14, 16, something like that.
Just keep extending it. We'll just get everybody to go there. I mean, it's a goofy show. It's fun. Like I have a blast there. But it's such a I've heard about it. I heard about it back when I was crewing, but I didn't know what the show was. And then when we showed up to it the first time, I seen the lineup of guys that were there. I was like, dang. I was like, I'm gonna get my butt kicked, which I did. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. Like they just bring out so many, just different independent teams, and we all come hang out. We tear it up at the show. Everybody does a backflip and breaks their truck. We stay up all night long. It's awesome. It's every kid's dream. It's great.
Yeah, it is so cool that Evansville is kind of turning it. It's essentially, like you say, it's turning into like the independent world finals, essentially.
Yeah.
It's just, and you cram all that into such a small area to run.
Yeah.
True.
Because I remember we were there a couple years, and each time I went, I was just like, holy cow, they got a lot going on here in such a small area.
Yeah. That's one of the big stressful things too when we do the independent shows. It's like, obviously, I mean, safety is still number one at every show. But when you go from a Monster Jam show where they cover up 20 rows and you couldn't hit anybody with anything, not that you're trying to, but it's a thought.
Yep.
Versus you do these ones where they're like 10 feet away from you. It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
this is scary.
So there has been a few incidents for the past couple of months. It's been very, very weird. The someone drove into forgot to pull what's it called?
Oh,
Electrical-
Witching
electrical
Box. Witching Box 1 took out a power line.
Yeah.
Power line, yes, power line.
I didn't even hear about that. I heard about that on the news.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
The fact that it made news was something.
Yeah. That's scary though. I've been lucky enough to not have any major. I've unintentionally maybe hit a K-rail when I wasn't supposed to or something like that. But I haven't had any bad things happen, which is good. I'm lucky, apparently.
Don't say it too much because you know what happens with Joe. He says, "I'm not gonna flip over," goes out there, flips right over.
Like, put a
Love
fresh
it.
body on it. Not gonna roll this one. 2 seconds later, whoop.
I gotta be honest. I'm pretty sure, and I think I apologize to the body guys every single week about just rolling over and just screwing up those bull bodies. I mean, I felt bad about it. I did, but it didn't fit on the truck very good. The rollover's really bad.
Oh, geez.
But it made for spectacular whenever you saved it, and you went on to win 5 freestyles this year.
Yeah.
Dude, that's it. Like the fact that you win 5 freestyles this year, and everybody in the monster community is just fully for finals, and then they just no, we're gonna put you in LCQ. That
Yeah.
but it'll happen eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was bummed out about it. I mean, I know they don't need to have 5 or 6 or however many bulls. They got their 12 grave diggers or whatever they need. Armando's the bull guy. He goes out there and kills it. I mean, he's a champion now, so awesome. I mean, I would have liked to be in high jump or something.
Yeah, I would have expected that a little bit.
Thought that would have been okay, but no. I mean, Jamie went out there and killed it. He had the cool yellow body. That was cool. I tried to put a bandana on it. They didn't like that.
Yeah.
Well, because Becky used to,
Dang.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
pink,
threw it
some
on the
pink,
horn,
purple,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I had a pink one. Jamie was not a fan of it. I had up there for 5 minutes. He jumps up there and pulls it off. I was like, oh.
You should have put it on the back or something so you didn't notice. Yeah, so you got to drive the Nitro body at World Finals. So obviously, because they don't give them out enough for regular shows, which I think they probably should, but you got to drive one of the one of the new ones because of the Nitro series. So how was that?
It was cool. I mean, I had heard rumors of like, oh, you're gonna get a cool body for World Finals. I was like, I'm not even in it. I was like, why would I have a cool body? And then the body trailer shows up, and there's like, I have never seen so many bodies at once in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was like 30 of them. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember like because you're talking there at LA when they pulled the trailer in there with all the bodies. I remember them offloading stuff, and I'm just kind of looking. I'm like, okay, there goes something, and then it's like some of the stuff you see, it's just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's like I walked past Jamie's trailer and walked back to ours, and I had to stop and look. I'm like, there's a yellow Toro body under the nose of his trailer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are there any other bodies? So I turn around, head down your guy's trailer, and I poke my head, and I see the nitro flames on the side, and I'm like, ooh, fun times.
Yeah, because I didn't hear anything like nitro body one. I heard I was getting the black body, so I thought it was like the old
Black and red
OG
one.
black body. I was like, ooh. I was like, okay, cool. This will be cool. I was like, I don't care if I run it. I just want to be on display with it. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw like the first thing they handed me was a purple horn. I was like, what black body has a purple horn? And I thought about it later. I was like, oh, I know what it is. Okay, hold on a second. I had to put two and two together for a minute. But no, I mean, I've seen toys. They have different colored bulls. They got the yellow one, they got a purple one. They have like, I don't know if it was Hot Wheels or Spin Master, but they had like a chromed out one, which was super cool.
Yeah, I believe that was Hot Wheels. As you can see, there's a bunch behind me. Let me see if I can find it.
I was trying to look for one too. My dad's area is right back there.
One of the last episodes I was watching, or I think it was one of the first guy's episodes or whatever. You guys went through his entire collection. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Get that thing.
Yeah. That would be a cool one to see. That would be an awesome one to see. I want to, that would definitely be a fun one to see run. Like, they need to continue that, like, for the future of, like, if you're going to run, especially if you're bringing LCQ back and that's going to be a permanent stay, and you're going to run 2 to 3 of each of your identity trucks, do something different with each one. Like,
yeah. Well, even in the main season, it'd be cool. Because I remember, like, way back when, like, really not that long ago, but still, like, Dennis's Gravedigger had the green wheels, the chrome headers, and it had, like, white underglow or something like that. That was his deal. And then Adam had the green beadlocks and the black headers. And then everybody else had, like, the black beadlocks or what have you. Or, yeah, I think Pablo had purple ones or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was like, it doesn't have to be like a whole body that's different. It was just little subtle differences. Because I mean, like, besides the name on the truck, I can't tell Armando's truck from MJ's truck, and MJ's trucks from Bird trucks, and Bird's truck from Chelsea's truck. I know mine. I know Jamie's.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jamie's is kind of easy to pick out. But I mean, just do something different. I mean, the whole different body would be cool. They ran an ice one, a fire one. Yep. Well, they already have a fire one. That's a regular one. Sorry. Do like a blue one, yellow, gray, silver, whatever colors. Something just to change it up. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, and I remember, I can't remember who I was talking with, but I remember it might have been somebody with Monster Game, and it's just they were trying to just kind of phase out the individuality of the trucks and just like, which was weird to me. It's just like, because like Tristan's truck for a while when he was running Earthshaker, like the thing that set his apart was for a while he had caution tape on like the shock brackets and whatnot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we lost it again. He's broken. He said something and the internet broke, so he's done it again. But yeah, it's just like all the like the different subtleties of stuff. Like you would have somebody would have like the yellow strap across the shocks or an orange shock brace or something. Like there was those little things that did that, and that was like, and we still believe in that because we have like if you look on like Curtis's Rammunition, his has got now his is the blue, but we did the ram heads different of Cheech's and Kurt's ram heads are inverted of each other. So whereas Kurt's got the main ram head silver and the outline silver, Dan's is black with the background being silver, which I really like those little touches that we do to kind of play with that kind of idea and whatnot. So, but yeah, like I say, Joe, I really wish they would bring back the different stuff for it and just like bring the individual out individuality back to the trucks because it gives them more personality and for you to connect more with the drivers.
Yep. It's nice.
Just
I
thought.
always like this.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, Joe, again.
Yeah, sorry. Phone
No
call.
worries.
I'm unfortunately semi-popular.
Yeah.
I
Well,
figured
see,
it
if
was
we put the unicorn body on your truck, they'd be really popular.
No, none of that. No,
Let's
thank
go
you.
for 2 whores to 1. What's the big deal?
Keep me in the fire truck and all will be well.
Right. I guess now I'll kind of spring that question on you. So you've run El Toro now as a Feld identity on your truck.
Mhm.
What is a Feld identity? Excluding Gravedigger because Feld, they're not just going to hand it out to an independent team to run.
Max
If
D.
you could take, Maxi too. If you could take I'm going to put it out there, from the past up till now, bring back a Feld identity to run on your truck permanently, like for the tenure of Monster Jam, like each year. What would you want to run?
So maximum destruction's out. I can't have that one.
We know you can tear stuff up, Joe, but if it was that big, yes, Max D would be awesome to see on a Kohler chassis, but Kohler or
That's true.
Avenger 2.
I've thought about it like earlier this year. The only, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about like current bodies that they have that I would be okay running, and I mean, Soldier Fortune Black Ops was kind of cool. I had that on that for the All-Star thing,
Mm-hmm.
which it fit really good. It looked cool. I like that. But other than that, I mean, I really can't be like, oh yeah, that's great. I'm partial to my truck, as stupid as that sounds. I just prefer Axe over any of them. I mean, I thought the old Blue Thunder was cool, like the Ford one,
Mm-hmm.
the Super Duty truck. That one was cool. I like that. I'm blanking. Monster Energy.
Fortnite
That'd be
truck.
cool.
That'd be cool.
Fortnite
That-
truck.
Which one? The
The Fortnite truck.
Oh gosh.
That was cool.
Cool for Chucky to destroy in 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. I was happy
That
to
was
see
awesome.
Chucky go out there and run it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, either way, I mean, as cool as it is to kind of see you guys running the Feld identities, I really wish that Feld would just be like, hey, Team Screen, run all 4 of your independent bodies. Because, I mean, it's awesome. Because, again, with you being a former firefighter, Axe fits you as not only the personality, the background of the person, it has that. I'm honestly surprised that Jim hasn't gone in like past Avenger down onto Chris, and that he's brought like some kind of aquatic boat idea to one of his trucks since he runs the marina.
I'm sure if he has his way, one day he will come out with a boat truck. I don't know when, but I think that maybe the closest we got was the water body. But
True.
But no, I mean, I don't know. Like, if we had all 4 of our bodies running, it'd be awesome. I mean, Corey likes the shark. He loves the shark. He's the shark guy. Cool. Awesome. I don't know what Chris's standpoint is on it. I'm sure he doesn't mind Monster Mutt. I know he likes Brutus too. But whatever. I'm pretty vocal about my perspective. But no, I mean it'd be cool to have like Avenger go out there and have Spike and Brutus or Wrecking Crew, which I mean I forgot about Wrecking Crew. We do have one of those. Wrecking Crew or Rage or Axe or whatever. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah,
But fiberglass wise, which I hate.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of fiberglass work. But I mean if I gotta run my own body, I'll do fiberglass. I don't care.
Yeah, that was it's like, is there really a reason we haven't seen? As Jim really said, why we haven't seen Wrecking Crew in a while, or is it just there really hasn't been a market to kind of bring it back out?
It hasn't been. We'll run it if a promoter requests it.
Mhm.
Like if somebody specifically asks, "Hey, we want Wrecking Crew," okay, fine, we'll bring it. But it's like, I think we've gotten to a point where we're kind of trying to, instead of playing body roulette every week, we have Jim's Avenger, I'm Axe, Chris is Brutus, Johnny is whatever. I don't know what he's going to be yet. Corey's Rage.
Mhm.
So I mean, I don't know if CJ, our crew guy, starts driving. I mean, he likes Wrecking Crew. He could be Wrecking Crew. I don't know. But I don't even know what the plan is with it. It's been sitting up in the rafters for I don't even know how long.
Yeah, I guess this is kind of my thinking was since we haven't seen it in a long time, I kind of thought that Jim had decided to kind of hang that name up because from what I remember is that was very highly tied to when Mike Thompson was working for you guys. So I thought maybe out of respect for Mike, that was maybe they hung the body up for a while just out of that. But I could have been robbed. That was just kind of my thinking of just we haven't seen it, but it was really highly tied to Mike.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely very much Mike's truck, but then it was Steve's before that.
True.
Like that was
Right.
Steve's ride. So I don't know if there was no draw on anybody because I mean Bergeron had Brutus and then Brad had Brutus and then Chris had Brutus. We can't hang out Brutus. It's too big. It's too big of a name.
It's a staple.
Jim's been Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim's been Avenger forever. I drove Brutus a couple times, which was cool, and then me and Chris had talked, and he surrendered Axe to me, which was great. Appreciate that. And I mean, 90% of the time, Corey and Chris have been pretty much everything. I mean, Jim has too, but Corey's Rage or Avenger. But now that Chris is doing Chris things, he kind of took into the second Avenger. So when we do West Lab, it's me and Chris is an Avenger.
Mm.
So I'm definitely excited about that. I'm
Yeah.
sure that'll be absolute chaos, but I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I definitely think like with Chris kind of taking over the second Avenger, keep Jim with the Bel Air and send Chris with the S10 because that it kind of fits as like the S10 was like when Kohler went from the S10 to the Bel Air, you know that kind of left the S10 to the wayside for a while, and now it's kind of like Chris is able to bring it back out and kind of be the man of the S10 Avenger.
Yeah, like I've wanted to do. I mean, we got molds and stuff laying in the shop. Like Corey made an older, like when he changed Rage from the regular S10 to the older one, like the square body looking thing. I've been trying to talk Jim into doing like a square, like an OG Avenger, square body S10 looking thing. Which I mean, he might do it. It's definitely a project because you got to crank out a whole body, and we're making 57 bodies all the time because he likes to roll as much as I do.
I was going to say, because what is it? 2027, it's 30 years.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a lot sooner than I thought.
Yeah.
Close.
There you go. 30 years, maybe that idea comes to fruition.
Less than 3 years away.
I've tried to bug him about, you know how they've done like the 30th anniversary encore for Digger?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that with Avenger.
Oh.
Let's just bring out a ton of different Avengers and just tear them up.
For different bodies, everything. Oh yeah, that would be nice.
I do like the fact of you guys playing body roulette with Avenger every week. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for like Jim to run out of like that. You guys like something happens, you guys can't get home, and it's just all these bodies in here. Also, just duct tape and zip ties. We'll make something out of it.
I'm surprised we haven't put a purple fender on and then put the rusty roof on and put a green hood on and then the black side.
Exactly.
I don't know when.
That's what I think. One of these upcoming World Finals is he needs to run a true junkyard Avenger of just stitch a bunch of old bodies together and run it. I mean, it'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
I brought that up a few times.
So you and your old man have both brought that up to him a few times.
Yeah. I think Pilot's Hagerstown too. So let's see. So I guess we can play the game now. So we have a game that we're going to play with Joe Foley. And it's going to be, can he guess the stadium that he is in and if it's his truck or not?
Fair enough.
All right. I'm going to, let's see.
So bad at
Put this. We'll see. I doubt you'll be bad. I wish I could zoom in better than this. So let me think. All right. Here we go.
All right. Can I already guess it, or do you want me to let it play out for a minute?
Hold on. Yeah, you can go ahead and guess it if you want.
That'd be Houston, and that is me.
Can you
I
guess
think
what
that's-
show?
That's one of the only shows where I actually hit the snorter in the air.
Oh,
Because-
okay.
Now, the only reason I say that is because Adam was getting a little upset with me because I wasn't using the snorter as much as I should have because I
Mhm.
forgot to hit the stupid button. So I ended up moving it to the rear steer handle. So I would just like reach out and flick at my finger. Yeah. So I made a point to make sure that every jump I hit the snorter.
Can you guess 1, 2, or 3?
For what?
Which Houston?
3.
Dang it. You got it.
I'd say I only did it once. We only did it one time. So
Okay. I was trying to catch you somehow. It didn't work. All right. We'll play the rest of the way. Only because the next one is right after it. It's all together. All right. Helps if I hit the right button. Boom.
Yeah, another one of these phenomenal freestyles from Joe. I mean, like you see, for anybody that's watching, if you have not watched the OG Avenger 2 chassis run, just watch this thing. It is a relic, but it is a fun relic to watch.
I remember when we were doing this one. So 2 years ago or whatever, they let you, when you win freestyle, you can pick where you go in the lineup. So you can go from like 9 to 12th or whatever. And I think the year that Tyler was on our tour, and I think it was during the 40th anniversary run. So I think Craig was driving El Toro and Preston was an Axe. They made it very clear that if you win the show, you got to be a man and you got to go last. So that was the rule. So going into this one, I had won in Anaheim the week before. So I went last. And I strap into the truck like as the first truck goes out. So I'm suffocating by the time the third guy goes out. So Barry ends up going 11th and he knows right up to my truck. And, we're doing the zombie arms and the snorty thing.
Yep.
But he lost reverse, so he couldn't get out of my way. So that, right, I've been trying so hard to do that again, and I cannot do it. I'm trying so hard to do a bicycle to Stoppy, and I cannot for the life of me get it. I don't know why.
You did it there.
I don't know how I did it. I have no idea how I even managed to make that happen.
Look at Joe.
A baby face Joe with that.
What a dork.
All right, that's just so you know, there'll be a couple more of those.
Okay.
So here's the next one.
All right. That is definitely my truck, and that's definitely me because I stabbed the brakes off everything like an idiot. Oh, where was this? Is this?
I want to say that's Salt Lake City.
You're incorrect on that one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me do some thinking here.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Kicking the rear steer.
Oh
Special
no,
thing.
when the backflip hits.
We're going to do a sick, nasty smacker wooly. Yup. There we go. Where the heck is this?
I'm surprised
trying-
it took you this long.
It's in Detroit, is it?
No, definitely not.
Oh, it's not Detroit. Hold on.
Oh gosh.
I should have gotten that one. I completely forgot about Detroit.
What
Let's
is
see.
happening? What
I
am
don't
I
know what I'm
doing?
doing.
Oh, no.
There it is.
Where is this? What is happening? Why do I not know this?
Jim ran the fire body. That might help you.
That
Kansas
doesn't-
City?
I know. What do you say,
Okay.
Kansas City?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Getting close. It's near that area. It's a couple states over, but I just gave him a big hint.
Oh,
You'll know when
jeez.
you hit the backflip. I guarantee you, which will be right here.
Probably because the stadium side is gonna be right there in the background.
Oh,
Here
it's,
it is. See, he knows. He
where
knows.
is it? This is Yeah, do that. San Diego. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right
that's
after this is
okay.
where-
Snapdragon. I did not see enough video from Snapdragon Stadium.
Yeah, this is where things get real cool. Like real
Oh
fast.
God.
I can't turn.
No.
I'm surprised you didn't hit that.
I was like, start steering. Okay, it turns. Cool. Let's do this. I don't know where we're gonna go. And what kind of horrible decision do I make? I do a donut when the transmission's 1,000 degrees, and then this happens.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Zing. Oh, God.
Hey, it's CJ.
All right, I already know you're gonna look at this one. You already know it's not gonna be.
Oh,
your truck.
This is not me. This is this Chuck.
I'll just have to play it just so you can figure it out.
Okay. So
Oh gosh.
that's
I
Chuck
know
Werner.
that's Warner. Yeah, that's Warner.
How can you tell by the front engine?
Yeah, no, it totally. Hey, and that's in Orlando.
Is
Dang
Orlando?
it.
Yeah,
It is Orlando.
I saw the Camping World sign in the tunnel.
Oh,
I didn't see that. I worked so hard on this one.
that thing looks so low.
It is. It is. I remember it. It was like almost the lowest truck.
That thing's cool though. I've always wanted to run a front engine truck just to try it and see what they're like.
Mhm.
I don't know anybody who currently has one
True.
or would be willing to let me drive it.
I've let this one play only because Nathan might know which one this is, but I don't think he knows until you see what happens.
I know. I remember the crazy stuff Chuck was doing in this season. I remember. Right here. Well,
Next one.
Yeah, next hit. bonk. Well,
This is
oh
before
yeah,
we shut people off.
because he breaks the steering. Somewhat breaks the steering, I think.
And he does it again? Oh no. Does he?
Technically, no.
He does a version of it.
Oh,
Whee!
no.
Oh, oh yeah.
God.
I mean, Parks and Rec over
I
there.
want to do that. Can I do that? Is that legal?
Uh,
Is that allowed?
well, not anymore. You can blame Brianna Mahan for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brianna tried doing one in Anaheim in 2018, which ended up with her landing on the roof, and that was why Cynthia filled in at Glendale afterwards because she got.
Oh,
I think she got a concussion from what I remember. She ended up with a concussion afterwards. Or she had to sit out a week or two because
Well, you know the
she
main
went
rule.
and hit it, but it went down right on the roof.
You know
Yeah,
the
that's
main
not-
rule, though.
Yeah.
If you can land it and not break anything, you can do it.
Also, as long as Feld doesn't shut you off and realize what you're doing.
That's true. Just turn late. That's all you gotta do. Whoop. Oops.
yeah. Okay. God, let's not do that.
Well, okay, Joe, you passed. The San Diego one was a little slow. I think
Yeah.
I forgot one thing.
I forget. Honestly, I love Snapdragon. I do love doing that place. I cannot remember because we go there like 4 times.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, true.
I remember the super muddy show we had last year.
Yeah, that was.
That-
Yeah, I remember that one.
I know I got the worst because they all did the, Ryan and Chris and all them. They're like, I'm Ryan Anderson. This is me before San Diego, whatever. And I didn't do the video, but I should have because I'm pretty sure I left my visor up and Ryan and Tyler and all of them, I took my windshield out. So I just got peppered. So it was like this part of me was clean. This was all covered in mud. And I don't think anybody could tell that my suit was red. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
geez.
pretty confident I got the worst deal of that.
Speaking of money shows, how many money shows did y'all have?
This year?
Yes.
How many times did we do Anaheim?
Exactly. Yep.
It rained in Anaheim.
3
I
times.
think It rained in San Diego, I think.
I did.
One of the shows I
times.
think in San Diego did.
Yep.
I
I
don't
think
think
we
it was
only
the
had
first
one dry-ish Anaheim, and it wasn't dry. It was just kinda, sort of dry.
Did you win?
Huh?
Did you win then?
Yeah, I did. Yep. I don't know. It was like the first two. San Francisco it rained the very 1st weekend. That was miserably. What is that?
Yeah. He just noticed. They've been chilling there the whole time. It just
Are they really? Wow.
yeah, and they're even in a little pond, so I'm paying homage to you and Jim. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like the first half of our tour was just muddy and gross and raining and blech. But I didn't have to do Denver, and it did not snow, so I'm cool with that.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
So from those poor guys.
I remember it being. I think that I can't remember where we were for that show. That might have been Colorado when we were during that time. But I remember we were standing in the tunnel. It was like me, Zach, Chad, and Zach's girlfriend, but I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But we were all standing there. We were watching the two-wheel stream, and old Jamie goes out and wins doing donuts across the floor. Yeah. And I'm like, he's wearing a poncho in the truck over his fire suit, which smart. Maybe not smart for if a fire happens, but smart still.
Maybe I should have put a poncho on in San Diego. That'd be fun. No, I love seeing the guys do the walking donut things. I don't know how to do them, but Adam sure does.
Yeah.
He did that one in Anaheim. That was insane. I was excited just sitting there watching it because I knew what he was going to do. I didn't think he was going to go that fast.
Right.
But I mean,
yeah.
that was gnarly. I was all
That
for
was
it.
one of the fastest ones I've seen, I think, too. Is that one, yeah.
Because I remember when he did it at like Hagerstown a few years ago or something like that. The internet exploded for it. I was like, "This is awesome! I want to do that." Although I'm not sure I'd keep it in a straight line. It would just start walking all over the place. I doesn't like to stay in place when it does donuts. It walks all over the place.
Oh, there
God,
you go.
dang it.
Call. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Perfect time when he was talking about his donuts.
Speaking
Little
of
did we know,
donuts,
Jim just called him to go get donuts.
yeah, that's I was just gonna say, you just got a phone call to go get donuts. Yep.
Oh man, this has been a fun episode. We haven't gotten to many
Yes,
topics, but it's just
No.
like I said, we need more of these, and even if it's just getting people in here just to BS with them, it's fun. It just BSing with Joe is just fun.
Yeah, yeah, that is.
Yeah, he's back. Round 3.
All right, third to truck.
Yeah. We were saying Jim just called you to go get donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know how he does that. That dude operates off of like 4 hours of sleep. Maybe 4 hours of sleep a
Maybe.
week. I don't know how he does it. I'm kind of jealous, but
Same.
one day I hope.
One day I hope I learn, right?
I hope I can figure that out.
Yeah, he's a trooper for sure. I don't know how he does it half the time.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
we do
he-
have a few questions in chat for
Oh,
Joe.
question. Yeah.
Well,
So-
while he's pulling them up, I do have one kind of Jim question for you, Joe. And
Okay, yeah.
I remember when Jim made the announcement of Superstar Challenge, and he had the 2 Mountain Dews and Stone Cold them.
Yeah.
How often does Jim just walk around the shop just carrying a Mountain Dew with him? Is he a Mountain Dew junkie? Like, is he?
I think it's more rare to see him not have one in his hand.
That's awesome.
I mean, he's told me about old day shows when he was with
Oh, I gotta
dang
phone
it.
call. Dang it.
God.
It's
Oh, he was answering it.
He was answering my question. Jim called. Don't reveal my secrets. There's a nasty little.
Welcome back.
Oh my God.
Did Jim say don't
Okay,
tell your
yeah.
secrets?
No. So he's telling me a story. Him and Frank Kreml, I think, were
Oh,
doing a
this is
show long time ago, and I think Jim got pulled over for like sleep driving or something. And,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know where it's going.
the said fine officer of the law opened the door to the rig, and like 40 maybe Mountain Dew cans just fell out the side of the thing, and he's like, "Where are you coming from?" He's like, "Michigan." Where are you going? He's like, "Houston." They're like, "Right there," and he's like, out of it. Have you been drinking Mountain Dew since you left? Uh-huh. Okay. Go ahead, have fun, dude. I do the same thing, but that's a lie.
That's a lot.
One day I'll have to sit down with Jim and just have a Mountain Dew drinking just session and just see how many we can both down. that would be next time I come up to Michigan.
All right. First question for Joe. For Joe Foley, what happened during freestyle at East Rutherford?
Bring up a sore subject, why don't we? No. Unfortunately, a sway bar link broke that I think I screwed it up doing that goofy slap wheelie thing, and I didn't catch it. So, I mean, it snapped on like my second or third hit, which I'm still pretty salty about. I was bummed out. I wanted to go out there and get my sixth freestyle as Axe, though. I needed to do it as Axe because I needed to get out of the bull and be like, oh, it's not a fan favorite thing. I'm actually kind of good at driving. So, no, I mean, I was bummed out about that, but it is what it is. I get it. It's safety. It happens. I can't sit there and argue about it. It is what it is.
So, to get on the topic, but not really, if you could have done put down a freestyle, whether you win freestyle or not, would you have thought you had the overall right then and there if you could finish your freestyle run?
No. Why was I? Was I close?
You were technically tied with I think it was Adam. Yes.
Oh.
When you were going to freestyle, you were tied, and I think you were 1 or 2 points behind Ryan.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you got second in racing, and Adam was first. I was trying to do it right here. So,
yeah.
So second in racing, Adam's first. Adam got, let's say, fourth in skills, and then you had third. So you technically evened out with Adam, but Ryan won. So and Ryan got third in racing. Yeah. So you flipped that. He was 1 point ahead of y'all going into the freestyle.
Wow. Yeah. No, I don't check the overall points things because I mean I'm way more focused on trying to win a freestyle.
Right.
But I mean, cool. I've never won an overall. I've also never won a stadium racing. But that's okay. But no, I mean, I think it'd be cool to get one. I was closer to skills 2 years ago, I think. Mm-hmm. I like second in the tactic because he does the Gravedigger magic. But no, I mean, it'd be cool to win an overall. I'd like to one day. But we'll see. If I don't win an overall and I keep winning freestyles, fine. You're not going to hear me complain about it. I'm good with that.
Right.
Another question for Joe.
Yeah. What
is your favorite Avenger body?
That's a good one. That's a real good one. The first Garner body he did, the like stupid metal flaked out red one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was cool. The white one I liked a lot. I never saw the purple one, but I would have liked to. I don't know where that one went. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, I would say either the white one or the Garner one. Those two are definitely my favorites.
All right, I'm going to click one more, and I'm going to step away just so I can find something.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to leave me and Joe together. Oh, this is going to be...
Yep.
Oh.
Tell us about your Indianapolis experience.
Why would anybody want to ask me about Indianapolis? I hate Indianapolis. Okay.
It's the stadium.
All right. Yeah. Great. All right. So Indianapolis. I'm assuming we're talking about last year. So we go into. I don't remember where we were coming from. I'm assuming this guy knows about this story. So
Possibly. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, real specific question. So I'll take you guys back to the beginning. So we load up the trailers. We're getting ready to take off. It's like Thursday night, Friday morning, somewhere in there. No. Yeah, it was Thursday night. Because we had practice on Friday. So we leave the shop at like 11 o'clock, midnight or so. And I go and drive because I like driving the semi. I have fun with it. So I let Jim go to bed. So we go down to about an hour or so from the building. And we stop and get fuel. Routine thing. You just get diesel. It's fine. Pull into the Loves, I think it was. And I get out and I'll usually walk around the trailer and make sure we don't have any blown out tires or anything like that. And I get to the right side of the trailer and I was missing a few tires and rims and brakes and everything. I was missing everything. The whole thing was gone. And I don't know when it came off. I have no idea where it went. But I was missing the whole front axle, the right side, tires, rims, brakes, everything were gone. I have no idea where they went. So that was the start to my weekend.
Oh, God.
So we pull into the building, and me being me, we pull in at 5 o'clock, and they're doing morning media. So, I got to screw that up and just lay on the horn. I felt that was appropriate. So I come, blow it in, we park, and then I just start going to work. We take the trucks out of the trailer, we get them all set up for practice, get them all squared away. Everything's cool. So I think my buddy Shay, he came down for that. So it was all there. Craig Champion came down to that too. So it was me, Jim, Corey, Chris, Craig, Rob, CJ, Shay, and I think that was it. Maybe. Yeah, because Greg showed up the year before that. Anyway, so we got a whole army of people. So I'm thinking, everything's gonna be fine. We had our mishap for the weekend. It's already behind us. We're good. Everything's gonna be great. So we do practice and everything's fine. Everything's cool. And they all go back to the hotel. We go to bed. Get up the next day. Showtime. Let's rock and roll. So I had already blown up one motor on the season. So I wasn't real eager to do it again. And I have it was a smaller motor that Corey built, which is a really good motor. It was awesome. But it was supposed to be like, use it to get it through the show, and then we'll put something else in it. But we'd have another motor. So I used that one. So I put that one in. We run it, go into Indy, and I feel great. New motor, everything's ready to rock and roll. Racing was cool. Two-wheel was something. I don't know what happened. Oh, no. I remember. Yeah, I tried to do a Jim Kohler sky wheelie, and I stuff it in the bottom of the jump and explode the fuel cell. So that was cool. After I barrel rolled in racing. So that was fun. So I already popped a fuel cell. So that was unfortunate. Take the fuel cell out, change that, put another fuel cell in it, and then go out and do freestyle. I go out and do freestyle. I'm doing all right, having fun. I come around the corner and it just goes pop and then it shuts off. And I'm like, oh, this is good. This is bad. So I'm looking up at the camera, and everybody in Monster Jam just loves to point out when oil's coming out of the motor. So they zoom down on the pan. I'm looking up at the TV. I'm like, oh, great. I blew it up. Awesome. They drag me to the back. We start yanking the motor out. So then we had a brand new Brodex motor that we're going to put in the truck. Well, my track record wasn't very good. So I pulled Jim's old motor out of his truck, put it in mine, put the new motor in Jim's truck. So we did a double motor swap. Okay. So, we stay up late, whatever. Get it ready for the next show. And this is completely my bad. I didn't change the fuel pill to lean it or fatten it up when I put the big motor in. So I still had it very lean for the little motor. Well, I blew that one up too. So we do freestyle on the Sunday show. Same thing. I jump, I see some smoke and a little bit of red fiery stuff, and it shut off on me. And I wanted to just retire. I wanted it to be done forever. I was like, I don't care what happens. I don't care about this weekend. I'm done. Send me home. I don't want to be here. And I have not been back to Indianapolis yet, and I'm perfectly fine if I don't go back to Indianapolis again. Cool building. I do terrible there. And that was my Indianapolis adventure. I appreciate asking the question and just reopening old wounds. Throw some salt in it, why don't we?
Could have done it in a unicorn body.
That would. All right, fair enough.
Love you, Joe, but I gotta throw it at you sometimes.
God.
Yeah, speaking of motors, I am not gonna lie. When you told me what happened to the motor in LA, because I remember I was out in the pit party area watching it on the big screen. I remember just watching it go across the line, and then you guys were both sitting, because I think you were racing Tony, and Tony flipped, I think.
Yeah,
because Tony flipped the new Thunder Roar's truck, and you're sitting there. They cut to him as they're trying to get him over. They cut to you. All I see is you just leaning out the window with your helmet on, just with the look, kind of shake your head like, well, yeah, that's great. And then come back on the hook, and it's just like, I came back to you. What happened? I blew up. just casually, I blew up.
Basically, what had happened was the truck was fine. Everything was good. And because the racetrack was so tight and I was trying not to let off, we hit those little rollers and I would just keep my foot in it. So I was afraid I was snapping axles.
Oh.
So I come around the corner at the very end and I just matted it to make sure that all four tires were spinning. Well, as I do that, I'm watching the oil pressure gauge. The oil pressure goes from like 80 to 0.
Oh.
I was like, ooh. I was like, all right, shut that off. I was like, something very bad just happened. Okay. And I'm looking, and I bumped the starter real quick, and I hear it click, 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 click. I was like, ugh. I know that is. So I unstrap. I'm looking out the window. I'm like, I've been here before, guys. Just get me off. I don't want to be here anymore. So, I mean, it was an unfortunate situation. We kind of knew it was coming because it was an older crank that I had in it. It had been put through the ringer by Jim and by me. So it was bound to fail sooner or later. It just sucks that it went when it did. But
yeah. I was gonna say, because I think, didn't you tell me that motor had been in there all season, had not been changed?
I did not blow up a single motor this year. Well, until then, but and I didn't blow it up. I just broke the crank. So we put a new crank in it and it was fine. But yeah, so I only blew up one, which is way better than 5. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah. But
5 was not ideal for me.
Oh.
What are you holding? Bring it up closer. It's fading into the thing. What is that? That's a body panel. Oh, is that the red one? Oh, that's the sparkly guy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Garner one.
That's awesome.
I think I have it over here. Again, let me go look. Do you see, Joe?
Anybody have pieces from this thing except for me?
No, it's not a piece. I think I have the die cast over here somewhere. It's on the shelf somewhere. I just have to remember which shelf it's on.
Good golly.
Okay, it's not on this shelf, so I probably don't have it down here with me. But anyway.
Am I muted and just
There you go.
hear me? Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Thank you.
Gracious, TJ. Yeah, but yeah. I didn't have it down here, but I'm sure it's upstairs. Remind me, Joe, I will have to shoot you like an Instagram DM or something of just the collection, because I'm pretty sure you've seen part of it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's a lot.
It is way more than one person should have.
That's okay though.
Yeah.
I already forgot what I was going to say. Oh, all right. So one of the last questions, we'll probably have one more, but let's see. So Joe, I'm curious of your reactions to both Cameron Murphy's freestyle in Arlington and Jim's freestyle in Seattle.
Oh boy. All right. So the Arlington run is where he had, like an old school Monster Jam kind of run where everything was broken and hanging off the thing. I was pumped. I was losing my mind watching that. I was so excited because I seen, it's moving around, stuff's broken, whatever, and they were letting him go. And I was like a kid in a candy shop. I loved it. I loved everything about that run. The way that it was just save after save after wreck after save. It was like, dude, I was pumped. Everybody in the back was pumped. And then Jim's in Seattle. I was thinking in my head, it's about time Avenger wins something. I needed to see a Jim Kohler freestyle, and I saw one. And that was, we were going into that one. And we were in an arena the week before that, or maybe, we had been in an arena. And, I mean, we were just goofing off in the arenas because that's what we do. And, Jim got out there, and you could kind of tell the way he was talking. He was getting pretty excited. I was like, whoa. I was like, you're excited about doing it? All right, sweet. Go out there and tear it up, dude. So he went out there, and, I mean, he killed it. It was awesome. I was super excited to see him get the lead and stay in the lead the whole time. I'm obviously, I want to see Jim win. I like seeing all of our guys win. Right. But that one, having Jim win and get out of the slump that he was in, super excited. It was awesome.
And I believe Charlie Pocken was finished second or something like that. He had a good run, and it was two old dudes to the top for everyone. I think it's what it was.
Seattle, it was Tig. Yeah. Chucky killed it when he was in El Paso. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
I always love running with Chucky.
Yeah. Bunch of the old school guys just running together.
Yep.
Oh no. The shows with the not to call them old, but the old guys. It was like when I was watching the stuff on TV, I always wanted to do a show with Dennis. Technically, I did, sort of, in West Sleb in Hagerstown because he was there and he drove his truck. I didn't get to race him or freestyle against him, but he was there, so I'll take that as a win. But no, like watching the older guys like Damon, Bradshaw, all of them, Tom, Neil's a good one.
Yeah.
All those guys. It's like I've always wanted to do a show with them, and it's like the only ones that I can kind of say are there or were there is Jim. And I mean, Adam, kinda. He was there.
Yeah.
He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Tom retired. I never got to do a show with him, which, crushes my soul a little bit, but that's okay. But no, I mean, it's like when we do the independent shows, some of them show up. Like, I mean, we've done shows and I've seen Damon. Super cool. Mm-hmm. Dennis runs King Sling, or runs him with Jimmy now. So I don't know. Maybe King Sling will be in Evansville. That'd be cool.
That could be a good surprise.
That would be super cool.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm not
so.
dropping teasers. I don't actually know. I'm just saying it'd be cool.
I don't think so, because I think he is somewhere else, but don't hold me to it. I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah. Let's say, because correct me if I'm wrong, Joe. Have you ran with Mark before? You raced Mark yet? Mark Hall? Can't remember if you have.
No.
That'd be
old Curtis.
Yeah, you gotta race old Curtis. Old Curtis, as old John Brody and John Zimmer Senior. Old Curtis T. Kramer.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, no, I haven't been able to do one with Mark yet, which I would like to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could sit here and talk for hours about guys that I want to do shows with or that I've wanted to do shows with,
right?
And I'll still forget, half of them. Like I just got to do when we did Jersey. That's the first time I ever got to run with the Bags at a Monster Jam show.
True.
That was fun. They had some unfortunate luck, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bummed out I didn't get to do Juliet this year because they were there again, which is awesome.
Yeah. I'm looking for them getting you at Joliet with the Avenger 2. Watch you tear it up there. That's all, because Joliet's always a fun show. You've got a massive dirt track to play with.
Yep.
Yeah. Like one of the things on my bucket list of stuff that I have not been able to do yet is at Juliet, and I don't know if he had it this year, but you know how they have that jammer bus where you hit it from the nose and you jump over to the backside?
Yep.
I haven't been able to do one of those yet.
Really?
And it is bothering me a lot because I really want to do one. Yeah. I know Chris has done them like 4 or 5 times. Like he had one in Edmonton. I was there. I was crewing for Jimmy. And he hit the bus from every angle possible. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I want to go hang out with that guy. I was like, he knows how to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all the cool stuff. I mean, I love hitting cars, vans, buses. I honestly got scared when we did Colorado with the Throttle Monster guys because I hadn't hit a car since September, maybe. It's been dirt tracks, which cool.
Right.
But I was like, I was going up to the first hit, and I was like, I don't remember how to hit the car. What am I supposed to do? I was like,
I guess I've never thought of that. There's real difference between dirt and then a car or a bus or something you have to land on.
Yeah, it's more. I mean, the dirt jumps are fun and they stay more consistent until like the lips will go away. You won't get as big of air, but it's the same concept. I mean, I could hit a bus and it'd be cool, and then Jim plows through a bus because it's 20 billion pounds. And I'm like, okay, the bus is completely different now. I don't know how to. Like, I've seen him mow through a bus, like broadside of the bus. And the truck just ate it. I was like, okay. I'm not going to try that because I can't do it, but it can.
Josh was like, okay, how do I follow that?
Yeah. We had a couple throwdown shows where I went and I saw Jim go. And I'm like, I can't compete with that. Nope. I'm like, I'm gonna go out there and do a slap wheelie and call it good. I was like, but I can't beat him. Oh yeah.
I guess as we're gonna wind down here, I guess one of my final questions to you, Joe, is so at East Rutherford, we saw what I'm going to call the 9/11 tribute body.
Yep.
I'm guessing that was probably a one-off just for East Rutherford.
Maybe we'll see. Might come back.
So is there any point in the future where you think that you guys might switch up the look of Axe slightly? Because I know there's been a couple concepts of like a white and black version kind of floating around with like the kind of the torn flag on going down the bedside. Any idea we might see anything kind of different in the future? Maybe just one-offs or anything?
Maybe. Jim gives me a lot of freedom with the truck. He kind of lets me do what I want. He likes kind of keeping it the OG kind of look. But I mean, I had a couple hoods where I worked different stuff into it. I had Brad paint me a hood that had ghost flames in the grill. I did the red, white, and blue one. I've had a couple of different types of grills. Some of them look like trains, which I hate. I've had some that look like an actual Willys. But no, I have seen that white one that I want to do. The black one would be cool. I thought about doing like a murdered out axe and like inverting the colors.
Ooh.
I've thought about doing, they have the different. I thought about doing a high vis one, like do a yellow one.
That would be cool.
I'd like to do that at some point. I don't know when.
That would be really
Yellow?
cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, do the bright yellow.
Obnoxious neon, like highlighter or yellow.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I've thought about it. It's all stuff that I want to do. It's just the time of being able to do it and not, having to work on the truck.
Yeah,
right.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on. So maybe. I mean, I'd like to bring out that 9/11 body out again. I don't know where I'm going to do it, but I'd like to. It went over a lot. It went over a lot better than I thought it was.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a couple people kind of picked up on it and were like, yeah, that's cool. But I mean, I made the post on Instagram and I think it was reposted 12 times within like an hour. I was like, wow, okay, people really like this. This is good.
Yeah, I know when I first saw the photos out of it, the first thing I noticed was the American flag bedside. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. And I had to look up the door. I'm like, wait a minute, he's got a stripe going through it. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then I think there was an FDNY logo on the bottom of the door, I think.
Yep.
Oh, that's okay. I thought it was that's cool. It's cool that you went and did that body specifically there at East Rutherford. That's really cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah, bringing that finally bringing Axe back out, being in Jersey or New York, it's right there. I was like, okay, we got to do something big. And I had that one in the back of my mind for a while. So I had talked to my buddy who does a bunch of the reps and stuff. And I was like, hey, what do you think about doing like a FDNY truck? He's like, yep, I can do that. I was like, okay, cool. I dropped him off the bedsides and I let him go to town on it. He did the flag, awesome. Did the strip on the side, printed up the vinyl for the FDNY. It was awesome. And I had the hood I had the flag woven in behind the grill, which I've had that hood for a little while. I just don't run it much because I really don't want to break it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that whole thing just went off way better than I thought it was going to.
It was definitely a spectacular body. It was awesome to see.
Yes.
It's still one piece too.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
is.
run long enough in freestyle to break it. So,
Yeah. I think the only thing you broke on were the ladders.
yeah, which,
Those ladders are. A day when Joe Foley ends a freestyle, the ladders are still on. He didn't drive it hard enough.
Yeah,
He
I
broke
don't know how
early.
many people I've told that to in pit parties.
We have one final question, and I'm
Nope.
sure you're gonna do a little shout out. By all means, you can. So
Okay.
the question is for Joe Foley: what is your summer and fall schedule for monster trucks?
Okay. I don't have the schedule directly in front of me, but I'm just going to go off the top of my head. I'm off this weekend. Next weekend, I have Evansville, Indiana. And then we do our St. Clair Fair on Tuesday. And then I believe we go to London, Ontario. Maybe. I could be missing a couple shows here. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I have a show in Warsaw, Indiana on Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. We run that one with War Wizard, which is super cool. I don't get to run with them enough. That one I have St. Clair. I have London. I don't think I'm doing Edmonton as much as I want to, but I'll probably be there. We have West Leb, which is always a big one for me. It's big in general, but I try to go all out at that one. We're off for a while in the end of August through September. I don't have a whole lot going on because we got a bunch of projects at the shop we want to do. And then out in the fall, I have one in Canada, I think in Quebec for Kevin Lubson and Bucking Bronco. And then I have one more throwdown, I think, after that. And I'm sure I'm missing a couple throwdown shows here and there. But
You probably are.
I don't have any more Monster Jam shows. I'm off with Jam until January, I think, if I get to run Monster Jam again, which I hope I do. But yeah, I think as far as that, it's a lot of throwdowns, a lot of the Monster versus Mega stuff, a lot of like county fairs and stuff like that. The shows where I do real stupid things for no reason.
Joe Foley does Joe Foley things.
I do.
Always.
Fortunately, there's no Hagerstown this year, which is bumming me out.
Yeah.
I know.
Bums me out
Hopefully we
too.
can come back to that one.
That just means I have to put some GoPros at West Leb.
Don't worry. Just point one back at my face because I want to see what my eyes are doing while I'm driving. Time or if I'm just kind of chilled out.
I can find another GoPro. It's like a 3. So my buddy Chuck had a question. Which show is in Evansville this weekend?
So it's the Summer Smash Monster Truck show. Yeah, I think that's next.
Yeah, it's tagged as like the Evansville 4-H Summer Smash event.
Yeah, Vanderburg
Yep.
4-H Center, something like that.
Yeah.
That's a whole mouthful. I can't remember. I just called it.
Well, Joe, thank you for spending the time with us and helping us put on an episode.
Anytime. I'm more than happy to come on. I love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Always
We-
good hanging out with you.
Yeah, we love having you, Joe. I mean, we need, and hopefully the next time that the guys sit down and have a formal in-person interview with you, I hope I'm there because it's just awesome, man. I think it'd be cool if one time to just fly Wayne and TJ out. I'll drive up from Illinois, just all have one with all team scream at the shop. That'd be cool. I'll sit in front of Avenger and all that Mountain Dew. That'd be perfect.
We'll
That
do
doesn't sound
like a
half
whole
bad.
day. That'd be good. That'd be
That
awesome.
that would be fun.
Could possibly do that. Hopefully, it would have to be before November, so we don't get all the cold
Yeah, I know, right?
and the snow. If there's any snow this year.
Yeah, if it ever snows again.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna call it here. It did an hour and a half. So I'm sorry, Joe. You've been
For
stuck in
record
your
out
truck. Sorry, Joe. You've been stuck in your truck running the AC.
I'm cool with it, man. I was happy you guys wanted to have me on.
Yeah.
It's always good seeing you. Thank you for stopping by. You have any small shout outs you want to do before we?
Small shout outs. I'll give one to Wayne because he should have been on the show today, but he wasn't. So we're beating him right now, and that's okay.
He's going to London.
Where?
He's going to London.
Like England?
Like UK. Yeah.
Oh, gonna hang out with the British peoples. Oh boy,
Oui.
good for Wayne.
For a whole week, apparently we can have. Yeah, cheaper that way.
It's all that it's all that YouTube money.
Making the big bucks, making the millions.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. That's all I got. You put me on the spot for shout outs.
Oh, apparently, oh yeah, Mike Trapper does a point system for when we do these. And Joe, you are the lucky winner this episode.
Oh God,
I almost forgot.
my
Winner speech.
like the one that I do every weekend.
Why not?
Why not?
Definitely ripped off on Jim Kohler a few times with that whole thing. Oh man. All right. Crap. I gotta get in my zone here. I'm used to Lindsay Noble asking me questions after this. All right. Well, we came out to the Do It Boys. We came out here to tear it up, have a good time. We came out here to talk about whatever, talk about old monster trucks, new monster trucks, all that good stuff. We had a blast. I appreciate them having me out here. Love these guys. Can't wait to do it again. Joe Foley, the X-Men. Yeah!
Joe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was good. Thank you.
That means me and TJ have to give loser speeches.
No.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't say
He
we
says-
lost. He
he
didn't
says
say we lost. Just straight
He
up
says
Joe
Wayne
won.
lost. He said Wayne
Yep.
lost. So we're good.
Wayne lost. Okay. I would call Wayne, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't get very much reception from here to London.
I don't even think he's landed yet. He's supposed to be in the air still.
Oh, probably.
That's gotta be a long flight.
Gotta be.
15, 12?
Oh, I'm good with the 2-hour flight. If it's longer than that, I'll drive. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The 5-6 hours of California is a little tough. And that's like 3-day drive for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost it again. I knew it was going to be
I-
roughly this time.
It was gonna be
Knew
right
it.
at the end when we lost him again.
Knew it.
But anyway, I guess it's not a loser speech, but I'll say
Turn back on. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
we can hear you. Mike, radio check. We got you. We got him on the radio
You
check.
guys, this is horrible.
Hi.
You guys can clearly hear me though.
Yeah.
Oh,
we can hear
yeah.
Oh, you can. Okay,
Yes.
great.
you. We hear you.
Loud and
It's-
clear.
It's broken.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on the show. I can't hear you because my phone's having a mental breakdown. So I appreciate it, guys. I look forward to doing it again. Hopefully, I can.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll fix it. This will fix it. This will
Yeah,
fix it.
it'll fix it. It'll fix itself. But yeah, just is he back? Can we hear him?
Okay, another phone call. I'm out. I appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you.
You're good, Joe.
Stay safe.
All right, as Joe Foley exit, everybody, thank you for falling into another wonderful episode of the Do It Boys. Fortunately, like you said, Wayne is on the way to London. He could not join us. Thank you, TJ, for giving me the heads up yesterday about this and all that. And again, like I say every week, I'm just so grateful to be a part of the Do It Boys. I've actually kind of picked up something that I want to kind of integrate into the end of these podcasts is Chris Van Fleet. He does a lot of wrestling podcasts. He has, at the end of each and every episode, he has people give their 3 things they're grateful for. And, well, me, I'm grateful to have great friends like TJ and Wayne that allow me to be a part of cool things like this podcast. I'm grateful for the Hall brothers and that they have allowed me to be on their team for so long and travel with them, be a part of essentially the family that they have made over the last 30 plus years of being with monster trucks and Ram trucks. And lastly, I'm just grateful to have a family and a girlfriend that allow me to pursue this dream and chase it and spend boatloads of money that I obviously have no other use for than buying diecast and whatnot. So yeah, just thank you to everybody that watches the podcast and enjoys having us on here and just ask questions, just involves with us. We love it.
Well said. Well said. Let me get back to the screen. Sorry, a little slow. Well said. So I will do the same thing. I will say my 3 things I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for Lord and Savior. Most importantly, without being here on this earth, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, nor have the friends or the family that we have. Secondly, I'm thankful for my family, my parents, wonderful folks, and without them, I would have, of course, been bored. And thank you for the wonderful friends that I have doing this, going to Monster Gyms and Monster Truck events, meeting all the new people and people that I get along with, don't get along with, it doesn't matter, all friends to me. And without you guys and the support and being able to do this and hang out with and just have a good time with y'all, this is all that it means. So thank you again.
Very well said, GG. Very well said. Well, we are an hour and 42 minutes into this. I honestly think we're getting close to breaking up. Probably we need to have Mike Trapper go back through and keep track of how long these podcasts are getting so we can know when we've broken records of how long we've gone on these things.
True.
But again, to end it off, TJ, once again, thank you for having me on the podcast with you. I'm so glad to be your guys' 3rd co-host and whatever I can make it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get better when I'm on the road of doing it. I can do it off my phone, but it's just, my internet connection doesn't do great sometimes when I'm at, or you're trying to go off hotel Wi-Fi or whatnot. But just, again, thank you guys for allowing me to come on and be a part of this. I very much enjoy it. I love it.
No problem. This is the closest we can get to hanging out during the week. And then every now and then we'll see each other on the weekend for the trucks or the shows we go to. So always great. Thank you for joining and being a part of it. It means so much. You know that.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. It's very much been it's a very blossom friendship that we've had, and just like I say, we've gotten to meet up at a couple of different handful of events throughout the last few years and whatnot, and just it's wonderful, man. It's a wonderful life, and I'm glad that we're both in this life together and being able to coexist in the same time era.
Yep, yes, sir. For that, this is now the end of this podcast. 14 is gone. It's goodbye. Wayne will do his speech, and we will hopefully do one next week. I don't know yet, but we will see. So.
Yeah, we'll the next week's might have to. I may miss out next week. You guys may not have me next week. Like I said, we're getting ready for Bloomsburg. We'll probably be leaving on a Wednesday to head out to Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania to get ready for the 4-Wheel Jamboree. It's going to be a good time. Looking forward to it.
Thank y'all for stopping by and having fun with us. We will see y'all hopefully next week. If not, 2 weeks from now for sure. Everyone stay safe. Do it, boys.
As Wayne would say, keep on doing.
Keep on doing. Bye.
Later.